You may have already lost an opportunity in China, not because your partner was unreliable, not because your product was not competitive, but because you misunderstood a signal. Let me give you a simple example. You are negotiating with a Chinese supplier. You ask, can you deliver this by the end of this month? They reply, yes, we'll try our best. You hear they're uncertain, they can't commit. Maybe I should find another supplier. But what if that interpretation is wrong? What if the problem is not the signal itself? What if the problem is the system you are using to decode it? In international business, we often assume that words carry meaning by itself. In many Western business environments, a clear commitment sounds like, yes, we can deliver this by this Friday, because the system values clarity, speed, and accountability. But in many Chinese business environments, it may mean, I understand the request, I need to check the internal factors, or I don't want to promise something until I'm sure I can deliver. Same sentence, different interpretation. The dangerous part is never just misunderstanding a sentence. The dangerous part is making a decision based on that misunderstanding. Because once you interpret the signal incorrectly, your next action changes. You may walk away from a reliable partner. You may push for guarantees that actually creates unrealistic expectations. Or you may think this company is really difficult to work with, when the real issue is we are using different systems to evaluate the same situation. And that is where many international business mistakes happen. Not because people are dishonest, not because people are incapable, but because each side believes their interpretation is the reality. The interesting is that this kind of problem often happens to really experienced professionals because experience works well in your own system. But when you enter a different operating system, your previous experience actually becomes a blind spot. You are no longer asking what happened, you are asking what does this signal mean in the system. And that's a different question because the same behavior can represent caution, professionalism, respect, or uncertainty, depending on the system interpreting it. So before reacting to Chinese business signal, there are 3 questions that you should ask yourself first. Question 1, am I reacting to what was said, or am I reacting to my own interpretation? Question 2, what other explanations could exist? Is it really a lack of commitment, or is there another process behind the decision? Question 3, what other information could change my decision? Because better decisions don't come from faster judgment, they come from better understanding. But here is the difficult part. A signal never exists alone. Its meaning depends on the relationship, the industry, the timing, the people involved, and the decision process behind it. So the question is not, what does this phrase mean? The better question is, what does this signal mean in this specific situation? And that's why understanding China business requires more than translation. It requires interpretation. ChinaOS is built around this idea. Signals don't create meaning by themselves. Operating systems assign meaning to the signals. And better China decisions start with better interpretation. If you are building partners, negotiating, or making decisions about China, the question is not only asking what happened, the question is, do I really understand what it meant? That is the gap China Signal Snapshot is designed to help you analyze.